Deacon Greg Ollick of Atlanta, Georgia, was ordained for the permanent diaconate of the Archdiocese of Atlanta in February 2007. He has been the director of Christian initiation and adult faith formation at a large suburban parish, St. John Newman, in Lilburn, Georgia, since 2008. His experience includes developing and teaching courses at the parish and diocesan level, as well as for the diaconate formation program in the Archdiocese of Atlanta. He leads retreats, missions, catechetical workshops, and sessions on specific theological topics throughout North Georgia. Greg earned his Bachelor of Arts degree in Theological Studies and his Master's of Arts in Theology at St. Joseph's College. He also teaches an Introduction to Sacred Scripture class in the online Catechist Certification Program at St. Joseph's. Greg's areas of special interest are sacred scriptures, sacramental theology, evangelization, and Catholic apologetics. Greg and his wife both minister at their Atlanta parish. Please join me in congratulating Greg Ollick, the student speaker representing the St. Joseph's College online class of 2015.
Most Reverend Bishop Robert Dealey, President James DeLugos, members of the Board of Trustees, Sisters of Mercy, honored guests, faculty, administration and staff, family, friends, and fellow members of the class of 2015, I am honored to be here today. When I felt called as a Catholic deacon to take my teaching ministry to the next level, I searched for an online theology program. While applying for admission at St. Joseph's College, I've discovered that the institution where I had earned my undergraduate degree in the early 90s had closed and disappeared without a trace. So strong was my calling that I started all over again in the undergraduate theological studies program at age 57. My academic advisor and I chose courses that would be an asset for me in the real world of business and ministry. And I loved every minute, including the 5 summers spent taking courses here on campus. And thanks to the fast track to the online master's degree in theology, I managed to complete the graduate program in just 1 year. And several months ago, I was asked to join St. Joseph's College's online program as a faculty member. My story supports the fact that if you step forward in faith to follow what you firmly believe to be your calling, all the obstacles will disappear. When I was asked to deliver a speech at commencement, I asked, what is the best possible message I can share with my fellow graduates? And the answer came in 3 simple words: follow, seek and follow your vocation. Merriam-Webster defines a vocation like this: a vocation is a summons or strong inclination to a particular state or course of action, a desire to spend your life doing a certain kind of work, the work a person should be doing. Let me share a story that will help illustrate the true concept of vocation. Years ago, an explosion burned the legs of a 7-year-old boy named Glenn so badly that his doctors considered amputation. A friend told the boy's mother, "You might as well face it. Glenn is going to be an invalid for life." 2 years later, Glenn was off his crutches. Not only was Glenn walking, he was running. He wasn't running fast, but he was running. Eventually, Glenn went to college, and his extracurricular activity was track. He was so good that he soon beat the intercollegiate record. And in 1934, Glenn qualified for the Berlin Olympics and went on to break the Olympic record for the 1,500-meter run. The following year, Glenn Cunningham broke the world's record for the indoor mile. The boy who was supposed to be an invalid forever became the world's fastest runner. The boy whose life was broken by a terrible and tragic explosion came back stronger and more determined than he ever was before the accident occurred. After earning a master's degree and a doctorate, Cunningham retired from competition and became the director of physical education at Cornell College in Iowa. He and his wife later opened the Glenn Cunningham Youth Ranch in Kansas, where they helped to raise about 10,000 underprivileged children. That was Glenn's vocation. Despite a tremendous handicap early in life, Glenn never once doubted his calling. He kept moving forward, and he never gave up. Tens of thousands of disabled and disadvantaged people have been inspired by his life story. This is what changes everything. Seek your vocation. Everyone born into this world is given a vocation. You and I have been called. For some, it's clear from the beginning. For others, there's a search. But if you are open to it and continue to seek it, you will find it. And when you find it, you will know it. Vocation is not only in the mind, it is also in the heart. For what we believe in the heart is what we do and who we are. So follow your heart. Let me close with the words of the great spiritual writer Henry Nouwen. From all eternity, long before you were born and became a part of history, you existed in God's heart. Long before your parents admired you or your friends acknowledged your gifts or your teachers, colleagues, and employers encouraged you, you were already chosen and called. You have had a wonderful start on the road to the fulfillment of your vocation. You have built a firm foundation here at St. Joseph's College. Whether you know God as Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or Jesus, the second person of the Blessed Trinity, or Allah, whose message was delivered by the prophet Muhammad, and even if you don't know God at all, He knows you. Wherever you go in life, God has you and your vocation in mind and is saying, I have called you by name from the very beginning. You are mine and I am yours. I have knitted you together in your mother's womb. I have carved you in the palms of my hands. I have guided you at every step, and I have brought you here today. Wherever you go from here, I go with you. Wherever you rest, I keep watch. You know me, and I know you. I am your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, and your friend. Wherever you are, I will be. Nothing will ever separate us. We are forever one. Wherever you go, whatever you do, never give up. Keep moving forward. Follow your heart. Seek your vocation. And God bless you.